All right, Carol.
Good evening and welcome to the October 18th meeting of the Board of Selectmen. If everybody would rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Again, thank you and for tuning in. We do have a public hearing this evening. The Waterboro Board of Selectmen will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, October 18th, 2022 at 6 p.m. The purpose of this public hearing is to hear comments on proposed amendments to the General Assistance Ordinance.
I just spoke to
Nancy.
Nancy, and she was
Okay.
registering a vehicle out there.
All right.
Said
So-
she would come in as soon as she got done, but
Nancy.
this is a, public hearing that we hold every year to update, to match the state funding on general assistance. So, numbers have changed just a tiny bit, but nothing great here.
So this will run from, the minimum sheet will run from October 1st, 2022 to September 30th, 2023. It does include York County, so we are part of York County, and that is where the minimums are derived from. And it includes matters of food maximums, housing maximums, overall maximums, utilities, and it's kind of based on the number of people in the household. It is what Nancy St. Arm, who is our General Assistance Coordinator, uses exclusively to determine what general assistance is offered within the community, and is consistent with the state. We don't have to be consistent with the state. Unfortunately, if we're not, then we have to do all of the studies to validate that this is what rents are costing and this is what utilities are costing and whatnot. So rather than engage in that whole study that would probably cost us thousands of dollars to complete, we have generally accepted the state guidelines. So let's wait just a minute to see if Nancy is available, and any questions, comments, questions from the board.
The only other thing I see any change to is the mileage. If somebody needs to get to the doctor's, an appointment or something, is 46 cents a mile the state allows at this point, so.
And I think the expenditure on this is like minimum.
Yeah,
right?
I think
Doesn't
last,
this roll back into, we put money aside for this, it's a line item, but it usually gets rolled back into the general fund, most of it.
yeah,
It has.
I think we
the
did
last few
$200,000
years.
this year we set aside. Is it 200?
No, usually around between 40 and 60,000.
Okay.
and the state reimburses us once we reach what, 50% of,
Yeah, so it's
there's a number that comes back to us.
43,970, Mike.
Yeah.
43,000, yeah.
You gotta have a kitty to start with. I mean, you may
Right.
spend 40,000, but a lot of that comes back, so but you gotta have the kitty in your budget in order to have it to start with.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Step right up to the mic.
This is not bad. You could have at least warned me. Hi.
So we're just going over kind of the content of what's here.
Okay.
Anything that you can add for significant changes or anything of that nature? I mean, it is a document that you work with day in and day out, so.
Well, we haven't had a whole lot of use of it lately, thank goodness.
Right.
But yeah, it's gone up slightly on the food and on the overall, the maximums of the appendix A. The housing maximums, that's gone up just a tiny bit, not much at all, just a couple %. The electric went up just a couple %. The heating stayed the same, the heating fuel amounts and the months, because there's some months they're just not allowed because they're summer months and they figure they don't need it. The appendix F has stayed the same, as well as the supplements for households with kids under 5. That's basically if they need like diapers and formula, and so that hasn't changed at all. The biggest change would be the overall maximum that they're allowed to bring into the house and the rent, because that seems to be the hardest thing to find nowadays, is rent at a reasonable rate.
Yeah, which a little bit surprises me with the amount of heating, the increase in heating fuel and stuff, so. But
Luckily, we have that donation program,
Right.
so that helps.
But it looks like here we don't set a certain amount aside for heating, we just say how many gallons we're gonna
When it
provide
comes to
them.
the state, yes, they go
Okay.
by gallons. Normally, if somebody calls and says, I need help with fuel, and they qualify, we do 100 gallons, so they're not coming back in a couple weeks, because 100 gallons doesn't really go that far.
Yeah, nope.
So that one, they don't set a dollar on it, because the prices do vary so much.
Yeah. How many times a year are you approached for help?
Since the pandemic, not much. This week,
Surprising.
I had 3 on Monday. I've got one next Monday, which prior, last couple of years, I might have that in 6 months. But, so that, all that federal money has dried up.
Yep.
People are starting to need help again with no other places to go, so they are starting to call to make appointments now. So it's gonna start ramping back up.
Do you keep track of like the total money that we set aside for it? Or,
You talking the whole general assistance, or are you talking
Yeah.
heat?
yeah,
I keep track of everything.
Yeah.
The process is, they fill out an application with me, they prove that they're in need. And that's under lock and key, nobody sees that but me.
good.
And I keep track of what I give them assistance with, so that when I get a check, I submit a claim to Julie. She produces a check, whether it be for rent or pays the fuel company,
Okay.
and we do keep track of every bit of that.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
any other questions, comments?
I think it's gonna get rougher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
Maybe in for an awakening here come December.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Okay,
Second.
all those in favor? Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome.
And we will take this up later in the agenda. Any announcements from the board? Sensing none. Additions or deletions to the agenda? We're all set, right?
Do we have the appointee on here?
We have
Yep, right there.
appointment, so we do have Deputy Fay with us this evening, so step right up there and let us know what's going on in town.
Well, I'm here to address any questions, concerns. Sheriff okayed me to adjust my hours so that I could come to these meetings. I'd like to come to your meetings and see what your problem areas in town, any questions you have. There's not a heck of a lot of purpose other than to be here and be part of your meeting and address anything that you guys need or want. And anything you want me to pass on or relay. We used to do this on occasion, we would have these meetings, and it's kind of gone by the wayside. I'm not sure why, but I think that we need to get back to that.
Well, I think it's scheduling and those kind of things, so it's good to hear that the sheriff has kind of allowed you to alter
Yeah, he
your
was 100%.
schedule, so.
He was all for it, and communication, you know.
Yep.
When Gary was here, and I see Matt all the time too, but we had a relationship where I would come up once a week or so, and I'd say, hey, what do you guys need? And he would speak for you, but,
Yeah.
and I can do that with Matt too, but it's nice to come to the meeting, so, you know, you can address me face to face, and, you know, if I can answer any questions, or, let's say, Dennis, may have a speeding problem near your house, let me know. I have a list of things that I go through, and when people come talk to me, and I address them when I can, which sometimes is rare, but I do what I can.
Evergreen Drive.
I go there, yeah, I know.
You know, I don't know. Maybe put a cruiser up there and forget about it.
I don't know what to do, because every time I go up there, there is zero traffic on that road, and I've sat up there, and it's on my list, I haven't gone up there for a while, because I haven't heard from her for a while, but that was started back with Gary, and I've had conversations with her. She's very nice. She's
It's
just,
not just one resident, though. I've worked with a couple, three of them. so-
well, there's one, if you look at the house just to the left, and then there's a road that goes down back there. And whenever I've been there, I did speak to the house next door, and he said it was his teenage kids, and the people out back I've never been able to make contact with. And I go up there when I can. You
Yeah.
know, it's on the list, I go up there, I spend some time, and, I mean, if you could assign somebody for 24/7, we might catch them doing something, but it's just a thing.
Well, and I mean, it might be a case of putting that speed sign up there and see just how many cars are going through, and
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know how much of this can go into that computer, but we might be able to find out what time of day
Right.
the traffic flow is, and
Yeah.
we might be able to work with you on it, you know.
The fire department's very good about putting that out where we need, we
Yeah.
talk about it, and they place it where we need it. I don't have a hitch on my car, at some point I'll probably have a hitch, and I'll be able to hook it up to it. They've been very good
But,
about it, so.
you know, if we can get some of this information out of the computer, that might be able to help you as far as the day and night
Yeah.
time that
Might be
this is.
tough on that road, there's that wide shoulder there,
Yeah, that's true.
that's, would be sticking out. I
Yeah.
mean, we can cone it off, but
Every time we've seen to cone those
That'll
off, and you've
slow
heard
'em
it too, we put them out in the roadway, and for whatever reason in town, we have a list of complaints, because
That it's out in the road.
it's out far on the road, but you go to every other town, they put them on the road, and they sit there and stay there for 3 weeks, but we put them in the road a little bit here, and we get complaints. Or they tip them over, or they tip the machine over.
Maybe it's a place for one of those
Maybe that's to slow them
permanent
down.
signs. I think some of those permanent signs actually count too, don't they? Those permanent speed signs? Those ones you hang on telephone poles or put on the
yeah,
post?
we don't have any.
Just, that might be a solution.
And we've talked about those, they're about $2,500 a piece. We've, you know, of course, we got the sign we've got now. The trailer came from the sheriff's office several years ago, and then we got that sign for that grant, the state.
Yeah.
They gave a lot of the municipalities that sign, or the speed sign, but I don't know if they're doing that program, we can get another one, or maybe time to look at that.
Somewhere, is there a ditch line up there that doesn't ditch water into all the time, that we might be able to dump a little
There's-
gravel and?
There's one, but they kind of use that as a front parking area, you know, if you're heading towards Limerick, it's on the second entrance. Down on the left, right as the corner starts, they kind of park.
Maybe
there
she
along.
knew what
That's-
was going on.
That's about the only spot,
Yeah.
really.
Maybe right in front of her house, maybe she might want to put one on her.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. I just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but right on the grass, and so we can do that. So Carol, if you're watching, give Dwayne a call and let him know. And see if we can put him in the lawn.
All right,
How'd that work for you?
Good.
Anything
I
else?
don't mind taking a ride up.
I don't have anything else. We started working on some projects like no parking, which I'm not sure where that ever went, but you remember that.
Yep.
Dwayne was on the board, well, I don't believe you were at that time. So I'm more than willing to work with you guys whenever I can. Election day, we're talking about election day, what you need for coverage over there as far as I go. But do you have any questions for me?
Are you gonna work the whole day?
I don't know if I'll be there the
Well,
whole
no,
day.
but why I'm saying that is maybe we need another contract, another deputy, because
We should,
we're talking, I mean, I think we guaranteed the school system that we would have somebody there
Yeah.
from start to finish, so if we need another hired or an off-duty officer there,
it goes from 7 to 8. 7 to 1 to 8. And I think we have, I think we have a meeting with the chief deputy before then, but we should have a conversation about that because we won't have Deputy Johnson back probably by then either.
Yes, and I have some training that day, I'm not sure if I can rearrange it. It was scheduled for me, I didn't pick it, but I will be there part of the day, as far as, unless they assign somebody else, but I would, be in the contract.
well, and that's quite a long day, I mean, it's
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
anybody,
Yes, there's only so many hands I can
Yeah.
shake babies I kissed during that time.
yeah.
Anything else?
I think it's good you're here.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Appreciate you
when you
doing
guys need something from me, just let Matt know, and I will, and I know you have my cell phone number.
Yeah.
You have my cell phone number.
Yep.
And if you want to share that with Mr. Provencher, feel free. Don't give it to Chevette, though. Oof.
He's already got your number.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But, yeah, if you need something, if you have any questions, and I can always bring, if you have something even that you want of the sheriff, he answers my phone.
Yep, good.
And I'll do what I can for you, okay? And I'm running traffic whenever I can. This is a
That
busy
didn't
time.
really make us real happy here.
Well-
A couple months ago, we see that somebody had made one traffic
That
stop
was-
within
well,
the month.
I don't know who that was, I know it wasn't me, but I took I haven't been on vacation for a while, so I took quite a bit of vacation time over the summer, so my numbers are down. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty busy, I stay pretty busy, and I stop cars when I can. Today started off with as Matt knows, a double fatal, suicidal female, and it just continued to drugs and this and that. And
Sorry.
When I signed
No,
up for
that's-
it.
that's
I signed up
rough.
for it. I just
It's not
couldn't do
easy.
it, but
Yep.
I'm just saying, I'm sorry for the fatal too, but that's just the way it goes when you plan to
Makes
come
for
out
a
and do
long
something.
day.
It does, but in between these things and doing reports and training and everything, I stop as many cars as I can, and I know where the problem is. I've been around here a couple of years, I know where the speed areas are. And I also, like I said, when somebody comes up to me, this gentleman over here spoke to me a couple weeks ago, we had a coffee with a cop, and I've been paying attention to that area. I goes around a list that I have, and this list, and you never come off the list, though, once you're on there, it's getting long.
So it's not
The
taking
other
long.
one that I've had a few complaints on is dirt bikes running with these four-wheelers up and down Deeran's Ridge and some of these other town roads that aren't really ATV friendly, but, and they're kicking dirt and gravel and everything out into the road.
So the dirt bike can be registered to go on the highway.
I believe it has to have blinkers and.
Yeah, but
But-
they
Yeah, it has to have
they
lights.
jump on, they come off from a trail, and then they're licensed to go on the road, right? I mean, that's,
There's certain bikes that are made just for that,
Yeah,
they're
right.
called dual sport bikes.
yeah.
And I don't know exactly what I would have to look it up. I don't know if they have blinkers, they have to have lights, brake lights, which they have anyway. But the only place I know that they're prohibited on the trails is on the pole lines. Dirt bikes are not supposed to be on the
Yeah.
pole lines.
And these are coming up the pole line from time to time
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I kind of keep an eye on that from time to
Yeah,
time.
awful thing though, once again, that pole line, I'm out.
Yeah, I
You know,
know, they cross that trail.
And it's funny, because ATV ran on me one time, I saw it going out trail, like, I know where that trail goes on, I think I know where that person's going. guess what I found on the other end of the trail. So, you know, it's one thing about being familiar with the
Yeah,
area,
I was gonna
about,
say.
that certainly helps. So, yeah, we get a lot of complaints on Darren's Ridge Road. Probably not up quite your way, but down, there's a lot of people that, they
curves.
keep their eye on them, and I understand.
But when some of these things are so loud that I can hear them all over a
Do you have them up
loud
your,
John Deere tractor and a baler running, you know.
do you have them up your way, or just when you're out in the field?
Well,
down
when I'm
Darren's
up
Ridge?
in the Deering field
Yeah.
more, but I've got them at the house too,
Yeah.
you know.
Where they go, at Things Mills?
I don't know where they're going.
Or down Garland? Down Garland.
Capina Road
Cap-
and Flax Bridge and Things Mills.
Yeah, there's
I
plenty of
would
places
guess,
to
but-
go. Yeah. I keep an eye out for it.
Mhm.
And I haven't been up your way for a little while, but it's a big town.
Yep.
My
There's a lot.
mowing area right just beyond my driveway, if you ever need a place to park,
All right.
you'll see that I've got a half a field started there.
I like coffee, you know.
Well, it's almost across from the
Oh,
neighbor,
yeah.
so,
Yeah,
but you're more than welcome to.
appreciate
go in
that.
there.
Hey, thanks for coming in, Dwayne.
All right.
Appreciate it.
I'll plan on coming to the next meeting, and if you guys think
Yep.
of stuff you want to talk about,
Yep.
let me know. And,
Good.
Okay.
so, all right?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Stay safe.
All right, let's jump into the rest of the agenda here. Public comment. We do have correspondence, treasurer's report, motor vehicle report, and the monthly York County Sheriff's Office report. If anybody's interested in those, let us know. Selectmen's report. Mike, anything?
No.
Dwayne?
I have nothing tonight.
Yeah, I just want to remind everybody that we're a couple of weeks, 3 weeks away from Election Day. If you're not familiar with the way that they've legislatively split the town, please become familiar, because there's two very distinct differences now. There's District 139, which is kind of the north side, and District 136, which is kind of the east or southern side. And depending on where you live is which ballot you'll get when you vote. We did have a selectmen's panel for the selectmen's candidates. You can go on to the website and pick that up. It's called the Selectmen's Candidates Panel. You can watch the video. We did have 2 out of the 3 candidates show up. It's probably half hour long, Dave.
That's right.
Yep. So you can take a peek at that. Other than that, let me toss it over to Matt.
Just a couple of things. We have several ongoing projects. Finishing up the easement for Scooter Way for the winter road maintenance of that section where the road's temporarily closed. We need to have more discussion about that if you guys would have a desire to either one have a vote in June or to pursue repairing it with a permanent solution. I know we had some conversation before and briefly about winter plowing. Jason and I are working on the contracts or the bid documents to put that out to bid. And we'll see if we can work on the draft of that and get you guys a copy of it, but it'll be, we'll send it out for the 3 districts and then one as a whole, and we'll send that out. Our goal is to have that back by the 1st of December, so that we can at least take a look at that and know what we're looking at for budget numbers. Our current contract expires in June, so obviously we have Dayton Snow Fighters this year, but it does expire June of 2023. And we were at the last portion of their extension, so we can't extend again with them, but based on the original contract language.
But they can bid again.
They could bid again, yes.
Okay.
Yep. Speaking of that, with the budget process, if you have any projects, I know you guys, Selectman Chevette had come to us with a couple projects that he mentioned about down at the park. If there's anything that's in your minds that we need to address that we're not aware of, just let me know. We do have a new face in the lobby. Vanessa Ward started this past Monday, and she'll be working for the next couple weeks in training out front, and then she'll be going to work with Shirley, and then working with Angela for a couple days, so they can all communicate with new properties and with assessing, but she should be on board fully within a month or so.
That's good.
We have had several questions from some residents about the TIF district. We did post the thing on the website, and it's on the social media platform for the general questions of the pros and cons. And you should remind them about the election from 7 to 8 on the 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the M.R.S.A East building. And as a reminder for you guys, we're meeting on Thursday night at 6 p.m. here for a Public Safety Committee.
Okay. Dave, I just have the, oh, yeah, okay, you do have it on there. What is it, municipal TIF district, the info sheet? So if anybody's interested in looking at any of the voting information, if you go to the website and you just pull up the information center, the very top is everything that you'd want to know about the municipal election in the state election on November 8th. So everything is there. Anything else, Matt?
I'm good right now, thank you.
All right. New business. Vote. Discuss vote to appoint a member to various committees. What is your pleasure there?
I'll make a motion to appoint Lizzie Avery to the Conservation Committee and the Community Garden Committee.
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Next item under new business, discuss and vote renewal of junkyard permit for Richard and Robin Levine at 1190 Main Street.
You missed 9B, sorry.
Pardon?
You missed 9B.
Oh, we did General Assistance Ordinance.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me back up. I'm trying to jump between the two here. 9B, discuss vote to adopt the proposed amendments to the General Assistance Ordinance.
So moved as printed and presented from Nancy Johnson.
Okay,
Second.
any further discussion? All those in favor? All right, let's get to 9C, vote to approve a renewal of junkyard permit for Richard and Robin Levine at 1190 Main Street. And what is your pleasure there?
Move to approve the renewal of the junkyard permit for Richard and Robin Levine.
I'll second that.
Okay, been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? 9D, discuss vote to approve the renewal of a junkyard permit for Danny Lasky at 1533 Goodwin's Mills Road.
I'll make a motion to renew the junkyard permit for Danny Lasky at 1533 Goodwin's Mills Road.
Seconded.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item 9E, discuss and vote to approve the resignation of Craig Richardson from the road review.
Now move to approve the resignation of Craig Richardson from the road review.
And his resignation is in the packet if you're interested.
I'll second it.
Okay. Been moved and seconded to accept Craig Richardson's resignation from the road review committee. All those in favor? Opposed?
I think that means that we need two more on that road review at this point.
Okay, so
We do.
Okay, old business, vote to set public hearing date for amendments to the zoning ordinance, Article 4, Section 4.13, which is mobile vending received from the planning board.
I'll make a motion to set a public hearing.
Want to do it the next meeting?
So that would,
It's not gonna take long.
yeah, so that'd be November.
Right, November 1st, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Make a motion, we set a public hearing for November 1st
Okay,
to get public input on the zoning ordinance as sent to us by the planning board for mobile vending.
Second that,
okay.
Dennis.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? All right, so we'll do it on November 1st?
Dwayne, were you in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Oh, no.
I didn't vote.
Oh, you didn't
I
vote,
didn't
right?
vote.
Other discussion vote to approve the minutes of the October 4th regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that.
You weren't here?
No, you may not. The two of you got to approve it, 'cause I wasn't here.
You were at the fair.
Yeah.
Oh, you can second it, right?
Yes. Second.
And then you just can't vote on
Yeah.
it. So,
Yeah.
all those in favor? 2, 0, and 1 abstention. All right, pending decisions. I think we're all set with, you guys are working on the contract, or the bid for snowplow contracts, week's action list. And again, I'll just remind everybody that November 8th
No, that means.
is election day. Polls will open at 7 a.m. and close at 8 p.m.
Yep.
The absentee, you can vote absentee through Thursday evening, which would be
November 3rd.
November 3rd. And those ballots will be counted, I would assume they're gonna meet sometime Monday, or I know they count a lot of those prior to, right?
Yeah,
Or during the day.
They can't come
Last year
prior
they did
to.
it on Sunday, I believe,
I think they do the day of the election.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
day of the
Yeah.
election, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
but they did something on
The
Sunday.
day before, yeah.
Yes.
They did them a couple days before, too.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they just can't, there's
They
no
have to be in
results.
by Thursday.
They probably, the problem is the absentees.
Okay.
And I'll talk to Christine to see what the status is, if we're ready to come back to you guys for an update of that property list.
Okay,
That is for the list.
yeah, I think based on the quitclaim deeds we've been signing, most
We've
of,
done very well with it,
Yeah,
so,
so
but we'll get you the finalized list so that you can have that for the first and then make a decision.
yep,
Did we get a second machine for the polls?
No,
No,
because
we
they
just
don't
have the
feel
one.
that they needed it.
right. They
They'll
didn't,
be all set on this election.
Okay.
this election, however, the next,
The
With a
the
presidential.
The presidential is where it'll be
The
handy.
biggest concern they have is when you got a ballot with print on both sides.
Oh,
It takes a lot of time to run it through that machine, whereas if it's a single-faced ballot, it's a lot easier. So
Good night.
hopefully this year there won't be any two-faced ballots.
well, the one for the town
And,
in June
Yeah.
is very cumbersome because there's, 6 pages?
yeah,
Or 7 pages, and so
but they
that might
would,
be,
they do recommend one for the presidential
right.
election in November. So we can take care of that.
be nice if the clerks.
We can even get it into a budget so that we've got the money to do it. but-
Right. Question?
It'd be good if the clerks could get together and try to get the school ballot on a scannable document too.
Yeah,
But they need to have a machine up there too. Not all towns use a machine, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, the problem, I think the state law says that the district all has to vote on the same mechanism, right?
Yep.
So it's a
Right.
paper ballot, right?
Yep. So
So-
every town has to transition to the scannable ballot.
Right. And that would make it so much easier.
But the question is, even if they don't have a scannable ballot, can they count a scannable ballot by hand? And I would believe that that would be a yes.
And have some towns be
because-
relieved of,
Right, right.
Yeah,
that's something that maybe Marina
Yeah.
should ask.
yeah,
There's no
something
reason
that they.
she shouldn't touch base with
Yes.
the other 5 towns,
Yeah.
right?
And we should touch base with our own school board members
Right.
to
I'd
get
like to-
this on a question or on the board meeting.
Yeah, I think my guess is that even though the town clerks can all to get together, the school board really does have the final say.
Final
right?
say.
On the ballot, on the paper.
On that ballot from the
Oh, they do?
school. Yeah.
So
We're-
maybe we should,
We're attempting to get on their agenda too for the June election too.
right.
That is also though for school boards. No, okay. I heard
Yeah,
that
the-
other day.
We're, Marina sent a letter off the other day as well to the superintendent and to his business manager. She's had constant communication with one of the school board member of ours, Adam.
Adam Tangway?
Yeah, Adam Tangway, and looking to use the school again in June. It's not on the calendar right now, and obviously if the school doesn't use snow days, then it should be okay. If they use enough snow days, then we have a problem, because we don't have permission yet. And we just do not have the facility here for it at this point.
Well, we need to work that.
Can you rent a tent? A
A
nice, something nice. In the event that something happens.
We don't have a parking lot big enough.
Where else
to put
could we
it.
go?
And
What's
that's
the backup
That's the
plan?
problem. We were out of options.
Oh, you cut all that area down to the property line for parking. That was what that was for.
Oh, we had parking up there, yeah.
Yeah.
But then the issue is we had people parking here that was too far from the polling location to the parking lot. We just had a lot of complaints, but.
Well, we need to work that now so that we're not surprised.
Oh, we're trying.
All right. Anything else? Agenda items for next meeting? Do we have any interviews?
You'll have one.
Yes.
Okay, we need now 2 members for the planning board.
Yep, this next one wants to be on the plan.
Okay, all right.
2 for road review.
Just road review.
Well, yeah, we could run it in the reporter, but maybe we need to run a quarter-page ad in the reporter again on these committees that we have that are vacant. It's,
Dave, can you hit social media?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And do some blasts with it that way? I mean,
It's probably better to do social media, I think.
just don't know how many we're hitting on the
Yeah.
reporter anymore.
Well,
Right.
that's it, but
Do we
Okay.
have just
You'd be
Facebook? Do
surprised
we have
how many
Instagram
people-
too?
We
I
have
see
Facebook
them,
and our own website.
seen somebody who passed away,
Yeah.
You can share it to.
we lost
to Instagram
an
if you
old
have.
time,
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
we lost an old time resident last week, I believe. Owen Grant passed away,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, certainly sympathies go out to his family.
yeah.
Anything else,
I think he said
gentlemen?
54 years he's resident of Waterboro.
Wow.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor? Good night.